Hello, great people. Another day, another moment that the Lord has given unto us that we may share some encouragement with us today. Karibu sana. This is Micah Cage Kenya, the only #1 channel where we keep it all gospel. Yes. Now, have you ever waited for something to happen in your life? Something good, like you have a feeling that is about to happen, but it is not happening. Have you ever reached to a point in the process of you waiting, you said, no, I cannot continue waiting. In fact, it is not going to happen. Have you ever reached a point whereby you saying that nimezoea? Sometimes even you're applying for that job, and what is in your mind is how many CVs that you've sent outside there, and this one comes and you're supposed to apply for it, and you're saying, I'll just try, but I know the result will be just the same. You reach a point that you're supposed to be doing something very important, and there is a shortage of finances or resources, and you feel like that thing is not going to happen, and because every other time that you have tried the same thing, nothing happens. And so it is your kind of life, and it will never happen. You're planning and you're ready, but it seems like nothing is happening. There is no positive result that is even to encourage you to wait, to continue waiting about this thing that is supposed to be happening. I don't know about you, but I want to encourage you today that please do not give up. Do not give up. Why? Because I would want to give you just one. I know I have many, but just one scenario, the recent one. All of you have, for those who have watched at least, my videos, you get to understand that we were in Mwea for a mission, and this mission came, and not the first mission that found me without any money. This one, I had nothing. I'll tell you for a fact, I had nothing. And it is one of the missions that I never put more effort in preparation. Almost each and every other mission, when they come, I always prepare. I prepare brochure just to ask for support from people out there to support me financially and even prayerfully. Those missions I've been doing that, and I've been praying and fasting and all that. But this one, I don't know what happened, but for a certain reason, I did not even prepare much. I was just praying. I just knew in my head that I'm supposed to be in Mwea, coming December, and I was just like, there, coming November through December. So I was just there, and the time came, and I realized that, man, sijapata fare, so I have nothing. Sasa sijui kama naenda mission. And of course, our mission is, most of the time, you just look for transport fare, transport money, and also maybe some little upkeep. But of late, later on I got to realize that you cannot just go with fare and upkeep, because you're going to do an evangelism. And like I said in one of my videos, that where I said gospel is costly, is that sometimes you get into a home, and you're going there to preach the gospel, and you do find out that home hata wasia wajakula for the past I don't know how many days. And at that moment, you cannot just get direct to preaching. You have to look for a solution of how they can be eating and then preaching. So that is what happens. And so this time I'm waiting on the Lord, and I'm trying to look for clients, at least for buy fish, so that niende nifanye nini, inisaidie kulipa fare ya kuenda mission. Nothing, man. Now, this is the funny part of it. So I called a friend of mine and just to ask him kama amepata transport, and he tells me that alipata, and nikamwambia me I'm not sure kama nitaenda because sina fare. And then he tells me that please try and call so and so. And I picked my phone and I called so and so. And when I called her, then she tells me that okay, it is too late, but let me see what I can do. Kindly remind. I called her on Friday and she told me to remind me on Sunday. Now I'm supposed to remind her on Sunday, and Monday we are supposed to be traveling. And so Sunday comes, so I'm calling her and she's not picking. I'm texting her and she's not responding. And so I'm wondering what is happening. It's almost midnight. It's already 1 p.m. Me, I've already packed my things. I'm just waiting for the morning. If I will get the money, then I will travel, and so on. And so in the around 1 a.m., she texted me and she asked me if someone amenipigia, and then I responded by saying no one has communicated to me from the office. And then she tells me, okay, she did not respond then. And so I just left. And so in the morning I woke up, I just prepared myself, nikaoga everything, put everything together. I don't know money. And then trying to call, trying to text, and she's not responding until the time that I was supposed actually to be starting my journey, still in the house. And so she calls me and she tells me that you've not received anything yet. And then I tell her no. And then she says, let me get back to you. And then she just hung up. And then a few minutes later, I received some money, 1,000 shillings M-Pesa, and I said, thank God, now I can go for my journey. So still, actually we prayed with my wife and my kids before they allowed me to go. And so after prayers, then I received another call from the same lady. Then she calls me, and then she tells me that you must be a prayerful person. And then I asked her why. Because someone has just said that they are passing by where you stay, and they have another space. They have a space for you. And I say, okay. So me, I was picked from where I stay to where and brought back to the same, and I also got 1,000 shillings. Why am I bringing this story? I'm bringing this story because sometimes we doubt God. Sometimes we have a double mind. We trust in Him, yes, but we have another idea of how we can sort that thing out. I was only trusting on God to help me raise this fund, because I'd already tried by looking for clients and nothing was coming up. And I was not ready to just start calling people that, oh, manze, they support missions and all that and everything. And I know, my connections with this, calls to ask for money and all that. And I was not ready to go through that series of embarrassments and shame and all that. So I decided not to call anyone, not to ask anyone about this money. And so I said, let me just trust on God. And then this lady comes in, and then she was the only hope that I was looking up to, that God will be able to use her for me to get to Mwea Missions. And that actually came through. And that's what I'm saying, that if you trust on God, allow Him to do what He knows how to do best, and you will be able to enjoy. Because He says that do not leave Jerusalem, wait in Jerusalem. Many times we think waiting is waiting, sitting and just doing nothing. Waiting is like whom we call a waiter in a restaurant. It's service. You serve as you wait. It's like serve. So the thing is, when he says wait on God, it means that serve the Lord. Serve the Lord. And he will meet you in that point of service to him. So God bless you guys. Thank you for watching, and welcome again next time.